Hey everybody, this is Rita Cancer Free 200, and this video is for ErikaThrills because her husband is thinking about joining the military. She had some questions, so I thought I'd answer them. Anyways, Erica, let me tell you, my husband did 20 years in the Air Force, and he retired after 20 years. He went in as a security police and cross-trained about 14 years in and went to computer technology. And now he has a contract job, works for contractors on the base, doing computers, fixing the computers on the base for all the students. The base that we're at is called Goodfellow Air Force Base, and it is a school for linguists and, fire school, stuff like that. So anyways, let me try to answer your questions. Basic training, no, there's no visits. You can visit him when he graduates, but you can write a lot of letters, and phone calls would be earned. So he has to earn his phone calls. His pay starts as soon as he enters boot camp. Your medical and stuff won't start until tech school. He, of course, will get medical and all that. He'll be taken care of. But once he goes to tech school, then you and your son will go, and you guys can get your ID cards. Well, your son won't get an ID card till he's 10, but you'll get your ID card, and he could enroll you into TRICARE and everything like that. His pay starts in. How long he'll be in tech school depends on what he is going for. Somebody can go in for, I don't know, radiology, and then somebody else can go in to be a doctor, whatever. So, of course, your training could be 6 months to 2 years. But at least when he goes to tech school, you can go with him if you choose to. If not, you could stay where you're at, and he could send you money home, or, you don't have to go with him, and you could stay where you're at and finishing whatever you're doing, But you can go with him to tech school. For being an officer, he has to at least have a bachelor's degree, and then he can continue on. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to stop at his bachelor's. He can just keep on going, but he has to at least have a bachelor's degree to be an officer. And talking about school and bachelor's degree, the GI Bill, all military has GI Bills. He can defer it, which means that he doesn't have to use it. He can use it on you or your son. That's what we did. My husband did not use it. We gave it to my daughter. My daughter did some college with it. And so he can do that. But I don't think the military will help you with schooling, pay for your schooling, unless he, like I said, he uses the bill, his GI loan on you. But you can use it to buy a house. I mean, my gosh, you can use a GI Bill for a lot of things. They really do take care of the military, retirement. Okay, like I said, my husband retired after 20 years. He could have did more if he wanted to, but he just was, he was ready to go. But it is half of what you make, which is hard to say because you could retire as a E5, whatever, or retire as an officer. Of course, they're not going to make the same amount of money, but it's half of whatever you make. When we bring home, my husband brings probably about $1,300 a month retirement. And right now he works on base. Like I said, it's a contractor, so he gets his retirement plus that, And once he retired, my medical did stop. He had to pay for my medical, which is $115 for every 3 months. But which is not bad because it covers me for everything. And because I've had cancer twice and with the gastric bypass, we decided to pay that. I know people who pay that one visit. So, and that covers the whole family. Well, not my family. You would cover your family. You still have a little baby, but my kids are already, my oldest one's 21, so they're not covered anymore. But, TRICARE they've been there for, let me tell you, they paid for all my radiation, all my cancer surgeries, my double mastectomy surgeries, my reconstruction surgeries, my bypass surgery. I've had a cyst on my larynx that they've removed. I've had carpal tunnel surgeries. I've had a lot of surgeries, and they have paid for everything. I've only had to pay $20 for each surgery. Can't beat that. and I pay $12 copay when they send me off base, because they send me off base quite a bit because we are, like I said, a training school, and we don't have a hospital. So they don't like to deal with me because of the cancer. So they send me off base. So I go to the regular hospitals and I pay $12 copay. You know, my gynecologist, everything. So that's not bad. That's not bad. And I get a lot of body scans and stuff like that. And like I said, I pay $12. So you cannot beat that. I don't think you can. So, anyways, that's $115, I think, for 3 months. He can pay for your dental while he's in the military. You don't get dental. He can pay for it, and you can get dental. He gets free dental. You know, we are just, you know, the spouses. You know, we're not really. We're just there, the husbands or the military member is the one that really gets everything. We kind of get the leftovers, which is okay. But if he wants, he could pay for your dental, or he can get private dental insurance. But I think that was it. I think that was all your questions. I can't think of anything else that you asked. Military's been really good to us. We've traveled everywhere. We've been to Germany. Let me see. We've been to Germany, Spokane. My husband's been TDY. He's been to remote sites, which he's been to Korea for a year. And when he went to Korea, we couldn't go with him. I mean, I could have went, but we had to pay for ourselves, and we weren't going to do that. So he got to come home 6 months, and then he had to go back. He went to Turkey once, Saudi Arabia twice. Once he went for 9 months, when he went for 6 months. And of course, we couldn't go to either one of those with him. We just wrote a lot of letters, and we had his money go into a bank account, and I send him money every month. He didn't need it there, I needed it for the bills. But he came home, with Turkish rugs and gold and leather suits and leather outfits, and all kinds of stuff is cheaper over there. So I would send him money, and he would send things home. But it actually has made our marriage stronger. I know a lot of people, divorce rate is high in the military, but it has made our marriage stronger because we just appreciated each other that much more when he came home. And, you miss them, but you become closer because you have nobody else, especially when you're in places like Germany. You don't have no family there, so you learn to rely on each other and be closer to each other. And I've made some lifelong friends. Me and the other wives that were there. We husbands were gone, and who did we have? We had each other. We learned to depend on each other, and I still talk to the ones that we were stationed in Germany, and that was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and we're still very close. But anyways, I think if for a young couple, it's the best thing to do. I, I I enjoyed being a military wife. I felt like somebody, I guess, my husband was in the military, he was defending his country, he was in Saudi Arabia twice, during the first war. And I'm proud of him, you know. And but anyways, I better go. I gotta get my kiddos up for school. If you have any more questions, Erica, please, just message me or write them, message me the questions so I don't forget them this time. I'd like to get my husband on camera to do it, but he will not get on camera. He does not like to do it. So anyways, yeah, just message me and I will answer any more questions if I can. I will ask him and then let you know. So anyways, peace out. Good luck with your decision, girl. Bye.